How's it going, everybody? I hope you're having a great day. Today, we're going to take a look at how I was able to get over 42,000 capital peak points this last raid weekend. I believe it'll be to no one's surprise that we are going to be using the Miner Freeze Spam. Sometimes we'll bring in a heal spell if we are up against lower level defenses. We are going in first off with the Balloon Lagoon, and the idea is that we're going to freeze up this rock artillery and inferno tower, and then there was that bomb tower and the crusher, so we're going to deploy the heal spell so our miners stay relatively healthy in that zone. Maybe some will go off for the bomb tower, otherwise they're just going to fly through the base, absolutely destroying everything. And we did freeze the back end of the the other rock artillery. Unfortunately, we had a weird glitch out in the first second of the attack where it allowed me to drop the one freeze on the first attack and then it disconnected me. Not sure if that happens to anyone else, but we did bring down that other freeze, so we don't really get to use too much of it since the miners are starting to go around the outside of the base. But it will have stopped a couple of the rock artillery shots from going off, and it will allow us to get a bunch more points in the Balloon Lagoon. So we'll speed up here as we get through the base, just having the miners trying to dodge the rock artillery hits. The more dodges that happen, the healthier they get and the further they can get through the base. Starting to get onto the back end here. We do have that one Tesla remaining, which is going to cause a lot of issues. Our miners getting taken out by a couple of these point defenses, and that is pretty much all she wrote. Last spear thrower goes down, and then the miner's going to try and take out the other spear thrower, but it dies. But the death damage does pick up 2 more buildings, so even with that one extra spell, we got 8,300 points from that one attack, which is kind of crazy. So after that first one, there weren't any other glitches or disconnection issues, which is nice. So we're going into the builders workshops, and in this video we're not going to see too many of the basic layouts. For whatever reason, this raid weekend, all of the clans we matched up with, they actually had moved all of their defenses. So I don't know if people were just tired of getting 1 or 2 shotted by miners, or if they were actually a little bit more serious about the capital peaks, which was kind of fun, a lot more interesting. So we are trying to get through these giant cannons here. Got one that's not frozen on the back end, which is going to cause some issues. Just getting a bunch of hits off. So take off that cannon, take out the air defense, and then the death damage gets 1 more building. So not the greatest, but we still got over 6,000 points in one attack on a non-basic layout. So this one is a basic layout of the Goblin Mines. They do not have this expo compartment upgraded yet. And what I've been liking and doing is, if there are lower level defenses on this first compartment on the right hand side, I like to bring a heal spell so that these miners can heal up from, usually they get 1 or 2 hits from the crusher, and then there's that bomb tower as well. And there's not really any single target defenses besides the spear thrower. So depending on where that goblin launcher starts launching the goblins, usually you can take out the top defenses before, then all the miners can come down towards the bottom. We dropped 1 miner to bring in 1 giant and 1 ram and 1 super wizard to take out that top compartment. And then we froze the giant cannon and the multi-cannon. So now the miners get to just fly around the base, not too much left to worry about. As you can see here, we get through another goblin launcher, and these miners are looking pretty healthy. Our super wizard does go down up top, but it did its job to take out the other goblin mine. Typically, if not all the defenses are upgraded on the goblin mines, you actually will usually time fail because the goblin mine or the goblin launchers just take so long to take out with the miners. So it's worth it to bring in a couple extra troops to clear out different portions of the base. Here we actually get a glorious 1 shot. Very, very nice. Love to see those one-shots. Even had 525 troop space left alive. So now we're going up against a Dragon Cliffs. I was trying to get a couple of the miners to go up to take out the top spear throwers, but did not quite work out. So they're all just going into the core of the base. There are a lot of super dragons. Had to use the zap on that one dragon that was outside of the frost spell. And then we do get absolutely slammed by that bomb tower. So definitely losing a lot of health really quickly. All the dragons are in the frost spell, which is nice, but our miners just took so much damage in that area with all those bomb towers that they are getting clipped down pretty badly. So not going to live too much longer. There's definitely no way they could get through that last bomb tower up top, but we're going to try and let them cruise around, get as many points as possible. And the last one dies, and we get over 7,000 points on that attack. So going up against another Goblin Mines. This time they do have the blast bow compartment upgraded. And I just wanted to show you that, you know, just depending, since they didn't upgrade these defenses in front here, that the super miners actually take a little bit of a different angle. So the goblin launchers launching the goblins over on that top section of the base, so they're kind of getting distracted. They want to take out the Inferno Tower, but then they want to get pulled back. So just be cautious of that. You know, sometimes your super miners won't actually get that Inferno Tower, depending where the goblin launcher is located. So if all the defenses are up, then it's not too much of a problem, but you just want to make sure you take that correct angle. So brought in another heal spell. Wanted to see what the difference would be if we brought in a heal spell to just sort of face tank the giant cannon. And of course we brought in the giant and the super wizard for up top. But now we are seeing here that our miners are still relatively healthy, but we still have this blast bow compartment to take down. We use a zap on one of the Goblin Mines. We can see here that this blast bow is just absolutely murdering these miners very, very badly. So unfortunately we don't get the death damage on some better targets, so we have no miners actually go for the blast bow, which is kind of unfortunate. So we do have the rest of the miners up top. Gonna really speed through here because we are pretty much just time failing at this point. So would have been nice if one of the miners went for the blast bow. Alas, they did not. So not quite a one shot, but still got 8,500 points. So this may have actually been one of my all-time high records. However, this attack comes much, much later. I went through 2 entire clans on all my alt accounts, clearing out the bases because they were not they looked rather difficult in the non-standard layouts. So I got to the 3rd clan, and again they had different base layouts. So I figured this one might be the closest chance. Unfortunately, the frost spells did not clip as much as I was hoping for, and all the defenses were very compact together. So definitely gives miners some troubles when they're all compacted like that. Here it's really good for zappies, but fortunately we only get 4,000 points from that one attack, so kind of missing the other 3,000 to 4,000 in my opinion. But hopefully you found this video helpful. Hopefully you are slamming and destroying bases with the super miners. Super fun, super easy. So there's a couple more videos on the screen if you want to keep on watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, helps me out a bunch. And thanks for watching. Take care.